Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to show you what to do about this. Okay, so this guitar belongs to one of my students, young child. She broke this. I've had this happen to me before, okay, so I wouldn't just blame it on children, but this does happen to guitars. So first thing is that you want to check to see if it's a clean break. If it's not a clean break, you got yourself a big problem, right? But this looks like it's a pretty clean snap. Like it kind of just snapped right off because when you put it right back on, it just seems to line itself right back up. So that's a clean break. So we can actually repair this. So I'm going to show you guys how to repair this, okay? All right, guys, so I got my camera set up for this. So there's a few things you're going to need. You're going to need some shims. I just used some shims, some wood. You definitely need a little bit of wood, some wood glue. Okay, I got some wood glue here, and another important thing, and the last thing you're going to need is this, a C-clamp. Okay, so because you know, kind of looks like a C, so that's why it's called a C-clamp, right? You can probably pick this up at any hardware store or Home Depot. I mean, I just go to my local hardware store because it's only like a couple blocks from my house. Yeah, so first thing is, what you want to do first is take the strings off the neck here. So I have this nice thing here which helps, you know, keep the guitar from moving around a lot. But the first thing you want to do is just really just get the strings off. That's the most important part first. Now you have to do this with the strings, otherwise you're going to be fighting the headstock and the neck the whole time. Plus you don't want the strings getting in the way. So we did get a nice clean break, just confirming it now. Alright, make sure you take the strings out. We're just going to get all new strings for this thing. Alright, so this is a bit of a unique problem as the tuner is exposed here. So we got to be very careful not to get any glue on that part there, right? See that? So we got to make sure that we don't leak any glue on there because we want this to still be able to turn afterwards, and then we don't want to glue that shut. So we're gonna put a little dab here, and we're gonna put some glue there. We're also gonna put glue on this side of the guitar as well. All right, so we just gotta make sure, just be mindful of that. All right, so let's get to it. Put some glue on here. Make sure it's wood glue. All right. You don't want to use a glue like crazy glue or something because it doesn't always work. Wood glue bonds with the material better. All right. So just being very careful about how we're putting the glue on here, so that when it starts to spread, it won't touch that little section there, right? Okay. Just trying to be very light over in that area. We can get a little heavy over here. Okay, put that down. Now we're going to do this side as well. Okay. So you want to also have some tissues because when it starts to leak out, you're going to want to clean it up so that way you don't have anything left over on the outside. Okay, make sure, see I have like these spots there, that's where the tuner, the stock part of the head is there. So we want to make sure we don't put glue in that part. Alright, so got some tissue just to clean up any of the wood leakage. Now this, we're going to need this here, so we'll just take out the knife from here to open it up. Probably just take out 2 of these, that's probably all we'll need. Probably only need 1 really. Maybe just have 1. should do it. We don't even need that one probably. So, alright, so what we're going to do, let's put this away so we don't get stabbed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just put this on here. Let's flip this around, put our pieces on here, like so. Make sure we got everything. Okay, so we got some drippage on the back, which I expected. Okay, so I'm going to clean that up. Squeeze a little bit, make sure these things can still move around. We're not touching anything there with that. Clean this up. Okay, good. Now that that's going on, we're going to take this piece of wood, we're going to put one here, we're going to put one on the other side. Okay, and the reason why we're doing that is so that way the clamp doesn't leave a mark on the guitar itself, so it'll mess up the paint. Trust me, I know. I did that with my own guitar years ago, so I learned a valuable lesson that day. So on my Les Paul, there's a mark, there's a circular mark from the clamp. But so make sure, if you don't care, then whatever. But I would recommend doing this. You want your guitars to work nice, right? This might save you a few $100, by the way. Okay. So I'm putting this clamp on, and as you can see, all right, it's holding. I'm going to squeeze a little bit, and we're going to see more of this is coming out, but we want to make sure that our wood is lined up the way it needs to be. Alright, and we have to go and clean up the little spots all around it. Let's get the spots here. Okay, make sure that we're not getting glue on any of the moving parts. Okay, or on the table. I'll get in trouble for that. Probably not, actually. Alright, so this side looks pretty clean. We'll check the back again, see we got more glue coming off. So that's what we're doing now, is just cleaning up this glue. Just wiping it off. If you want to get crazy about it, you can always, you know, get like wet a paper towel and wash it off, but you want to do it before it dries, because once it's dry, it's kind of stuck there. So just like, I could put a little bit of water in this cup, just so I can wet one of the paper towels as I'm wiping off the glue. Let's get another little squeeze here. Right? Dip this in. A little bit wet. We're wiping it a little bit. We'll make sure we're only getting, all we're doing right now is just getting the glue off of this here, so that way it doesn't stain the wood or look bad. You're gonna try to, I mean, this crack is always going to be there unless you get like some kind of wood putty or one of those like little wood pencils that you can color in. You just match the color. I'm not going to do that here because, well, one, the hardware store didn't have it, so I couldn't actually get it. That's alright. Alright. Important thing is to get this thing back into working condition again. That's what we really want. Okay. Alright, let's get it. Okay, it looks like everything's in place here. We got a lot of this glue off here. Now just take a dry one, so make sure we don't leave any water on here and mess up the wood. Okay. Other side, check that. Okay. Alright, and let's clamp it hard. Get it real tight. Okay, so that way nothing's moving this thing. If there's an earthquake, it ain't going anywhere. Alright, and look, it looks like all the glue that was going to run out is done. And now, really, all we're going to do is just let this sit there for a few days. Like, literally a few days. Okay, you want to give it time for it to really dry right? Bond. So it, you know, probably on the bottle it says 24 hours, but I like to just play it safe, do like 2 days, right? You could do it overnight. That's what it says on the bottle, do it overnight. But I would say give it like two to 3 days just to be safe. And if it starts to come undone, you just got to re-glue it. But that would mean that you probably didn't do it well enough the first time. Alright, so that's pretty much it for that, you know? And then I'll make a follow-up video showing how this guitar came out. Alright guys, so that's pretty much how to fix that. So you just gotta wait a couple of days, let the wood glue do its magic, and then you just take the clamp off and the shims off and restring it, and it'll be all good. So I'll do a follow-up video when I put the strings back on so you guys can see how it came out. Alright, so if you found this video helpful, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit notifications so that way you can stay updated on all the videos that come out. Thanks for watching.